We didn't deserve TRON Legacy, and we certainly didn't appreciate it. There are storytelling complexities here that go completely unappreciated to this day. But it's not because the film's ideas and techniques go above the audience's heads. You see, this film was just shy of the monstrous tidal wave of 80s-inspired entertainment that has consumed our current media everything. Had TRON Legacy been released 4 years later, it would have been a guaranteed success. But there's something different in the way that this film presents its nostalgic elements, because they serve a storytelling purpose. It's easy to stick in a Eurythmics song or a poster for the black hole, but getting them to mean something in the context of the story is much more difficult. Quick side note, I want that poster so bad. Back on topic. In the film, Kevin Flynn, genius programmer and one of the main characters of the first TRON, has been missing, trapped in the grid for over 20 years. Sam, who rejects his father's legacy and thinks Kevin abandoned his family, finds himself in the video game arcade his dad used to run. The moment he turns on the power for the first time in 20 years, the music player comes alive again and resumes playing Separate Ways by Journey. This is important. Music plays a huge role in TRON Legacy. The lyrics of Separate Ways are written from the perspective of someone who is, metaphorically, a world apart from the person he loves, but sings the song to let that person know he still cares about them. Kevin Flynn is literally a world apart from his son Sam, and it's almost as if Kevin left that song in the event of his disappearance to remind Sam he still cares about him. I can't actually play the song because copyright, and I'm not gonna sing it. Alright, I'll sing a little bit.
Someday love will find you, break those chains that bind you. One night will remind you how we touched and went our separate ways.
There's the surface level that this is an 80s song and people who saw the original in the theater will recognize it. There's the connection with Journey, because they had songs on the soundtrack of the original TRON, making the nostalgic connection feel more justified. But then, there's the level that Sam is entering a place untouched since the 1980s. Like that song is transporting him and the audience back in time. At the very core, there's the level that the lyrics are Kevin's voice reaching out to Sam, letting him know that he didn't abandon him and that he still loves his son. The entire story revolves around Sam and Kevin reuniting and repairing their broken family bond. The inclusion of, and I'm using quotations here, nostalgic entertainment isn't simply to say, hey, remember the 80s? It's a storytelling tool, creating foreshadowing in a way that is a little goofy, but very satisfying and subtle enough that you might not pick up on it the first time you watch. As I stated earlier, music plays a huge role in this film. Nowhere is that more apparent than in The Grid, an advanced computer system filled with artificial intelligence programs. Sam uncovers the gateway to the grid in the arcade and is transported there to find that it's under the hostile rule of a system his father created in his own image named Clue. To create the world of the grid, what we hear needs to be just as powerful as what we see. Do I even need to address the fact that getting Daft Punk to compose a TRON soundtrack is the greatest idea ever conceived? The score for TRON Legacy is absolutely stellar. There are nuances at play here that go far beyond my comprehension of music theory, but here are a few things I do understand. For one, the score makes excellent use of the arpeggio. This is a term used to describe when a chord is broken up into individual notes and they are played in either ascending or descending order. There is perfect symmetry in an arpeggio, almost too perfect, as though it were created by a machine. When played over and over again, it's almost droning and robotic feeling. Couple this with the fact that the bulk of the music during the grid sequences is done with synthesized instruments, and you have a score that fully immerses us in the technological soundscapes of this technological system. However, that doesn't mean more traditional orchestral instruments are absent from the film's score. They're used during several action sequences and emotional moments between Sam and his father. The fact that they're brought into the picture during the scenes that involve the film's two human characters is important because it distinguishes their world from the grid. This becomes increasingly important during the film's final moments. In the last scene, we see Sam after he escapes the grid with Quorra. As she feels the warmth of the sun for the first time, the music swells with both synthesized and tangible instruments, the convergence of both the grid and our world. The two of them ride together, ready for whatever awaits them. The fact that there is no sequel is seen by many to be a tragedy. But in all honesty, I kind of don't want a sequel. I love where the film ends. I love all the unanswered questions. I love how the existence of Quorra and the ISOs is never explained. Realistically, we are probably not getting a third Tron, but that's okay. It's easy to be satisfied with what we have, especially with the existence of a film as phenomenal as TRON Legacy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Is there a specific film or series you'd like to see me cover? What's your favorite movie soundtrack? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to come back next week for more. Stay tuned.